Hello, darlings, and welcome to Digimon Ghost Game. This is the podcast where we go on a boat and everything is fine afterwards. I really didn't think... I really just had no thoughts going into that one. I don't know. I'm doing great today. Already off to a good start.
We're going somewhere. This boat is definitely headed to places.
Yeah, exactly. We're on the motherfucking USS podcast, and we're...
adrift at sea.
We're setting sail towards good content. I'm Emery, my pronouns are they, she, he.
And I'm Elvire, my pronouns are also they, she, he.
No more yet, unfortunately. They might be joining us later. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So if we might get a surprise morgue later down the line, but
hell yeah.
scheduling didn't work out great today. So this episode, this probably beats the Ayataramon episode for worst body horror in a ghost game.
Yeah, I loved it. This might come as a surprise. It's really good. We just start with a lovely, horrifying transformation. I'm like, yes, I'm going to laugh today. Great episode. Because they do just throw it at us.
They sure do. We sure do cold open on, like, a fucking girl writhing on the floor. This is one of Hiro's classmates, by the way, Nijima. We have seen her around a couple of times. I think I'm pretty sure she got turned into water in the Guy Who Turns You Into Water episode.
She cannot catch a break.
She really can't. Hiro's classmates get a bad deal very consistently in this show. But yeah, she's fucking transforming. We don't see it directly, but we like see her fucking shadow on the floor as like a goddamn arm grows out of her back. And it's real fucked up. And who's that looking at her going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, it's Hiro. He's there.
He's always there.
He keeps being at the center of many horrifying occurrences. I wonder if there's a reason for this.
Yeah, he should maybe look like back into his own self and be like, is it me? Am I attracting these issues? The answer is no. You know, it's your dad. Your dad's the problem.
Your dad, yeah, it's like 15% your fault, 85% your dad's fault.
Yeah. The other percentage is probably something Jellymon claimed. Yeah.
Yeah, we get a bonus 5% of Jellymon being mischievous.
We get a scene switch. It just goes to Hiro being told that Yukimon are dangerous.
Oh, fuck yeah. I just noticed that the version of Reaper I'm on is 6.66, so hail Satan.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thanks, Reaper. Now I'm distracted. Okay, yeah, so... Gamamon's got a tiny little guy in his hands, and everyone is like, shit, oh fuck, that guy, he's bad news, he'll fucking bite you, he'll turn you into body horror, and it'll suck. And Hiro and Gamamon are like, this little guy?
But it's just a little lad.
And Goramon is like, that's Gyukimon, he fucking sucks, everyone hates this guy. And then the little Gyukimon is like, no, I'm not Gyukimon, I'm Ryudamon. I got bit by a Gyukimon, but I'm still me, still got my personality, still don't want to bite anyone else and subsequently turn them into a Gyukimon, which is apparently how they reproduce.
Yeah, I'm just nodding and saying it's puberty. This is a metaphor for puberty. Whoever wrote this knows what puberty is like. You get bitten by a teenager and then you turn into one.
Yeah, that's what they don't tell you in in health class. It's werewolf rules for puberty.
My brain is doing very normal thoughts, very normal ones. It is sad that he keeps saying Namudamon, and everyone's like, no, that's a Gyukimon. People call him Gyukimon. He's like, no, it's not my name though.
Wait a minute, since I'm going through second puberty, does that mean I got bitten by a trans woman at some point? Who could say? Is that also werewolf rule?
Is it all just a werewolf? See, this is why I was into werewolves as a child. I be knowing. Morg, you're gonna catch up to this and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Morg. Whether you're listening to this later or we catch you later in the episode, we just gotta let you know that both puberty and transgender work on werewolf rules. This is our important discovery for the episode. Keep getting off track. Where are we?
This is where Yuramon is like, oh yeah, I know this dude called Hokuto, and he told me that if I was ever in trouble, I should just find his son. Hokuto, you're not even there when you're fucking shit up.
Hokuto, you keep causing problems. You're an entire world away, and you're still traumatizing your son.
The audacity of, if you have trouble, don't call on me. Call on someone else who is actually reliable.
Yeah.
Oh, worst dad ever.
Yeah, please get my son to solve all your problems. I would like to have no responsibility in this whatsoever.
Truly the worst man. But Hiro didn't get any of his genes when he was made. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna help him. Even though everyone is telling me, no, this is a very dangerous creature. He is just a little lad, and I will provide him with assistance. Gamamon is also very insistent on the helping people. It's cute.
Yeah. Because Gamamon and Ryudamon are friends.
They are
Gamamon
buddies.
Share he chocolate.
Yeah, they do share chocolate.
But it's kind of a bad time to be looking after a fucked up little guy because Hiro's got a fucking school trip coming up. He's going on a
nature trip.
Yeah, a summer nature class where he goes to a little island and looks at trees, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose you take some samples of the earth, you look at the tree, you say, wow, we touched grass. Well done, us.
God, I wish that were me. Wish I were touching some grass.
It just gave me flashbacks to all the nature excursions I had to do in school.
Man, we didn't really have to. We didn't really have any of those in my school. We I don't know. I guess we had some field trips, but not really nature-y ones. I feel like most of my nature interaction came from scouts.
Even my school, like my is it middle school? When I was 12 years old, we had to go to like a week-long excursion in some woods to learn about nature, I guess. All I remember is that they had a swimming pool with like a water speed thingy. It was really fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm sure I went outside one time. So I thought, I assumed that was something everyone had to do, I guess. And Hiro was like, oh yeah, we can call Pokemon Return of not dead professor, because I definitely know which one is which.
Bakuman is the guy.
I spelled it all wrong.
So they're like, we'll definitely get Bakuman to handle this. We won't take Ryudamon on the boat with us and have him go to the island with a bunch of people to bite on it. That will definitely be good about this one. And then you know what happens?
Sometimes while you're packing, you say, maybe I do want to bring the poisonous, dangerous creature along with me because he's nice.
Yeah, it's like, I got a little bit of room left in my travel bag. You know what? I'll just put the fucked up little man in there just for fun.
What's the worst that could happen? Hiro, at this point, Hiro is the ultimate horror movie protagonist because he does stupid shit, not realizing the consequences will be exactly what you expect.
Yeah, pretty much. He is having one of those moments. He is just like, yeah, you know what? I'm a compulsive people pleaser, and the fact that I'm endangering everyone around me, not gonna stop me this time.
I will give him kudos though. He really wants to help Ryudamon. He's like, oh no, he can't be here alone. He'll be upset and scared, and it's sweet, actually. Just unfortunate.
Yeah, it would be pretty fucked up to let someone go through puberty for an entire week.
Yeah, that's insane. I think that violates some human rights convention. Yeah. Digimon rights. We get on the boat. We want to kick Nomura off the boat.
Yeah, fucking no. Here, this is a little bit later, but Hiro has a little scene where he's just like walking, down a corridor on the ship, and he's like, fucking Nomura, how does he expect me to cover for his roll call? So we definitely know by this point that like fucking Nomura is just being friends with Hiro so that he can like get him to do stuff.
Yeah, he's parasiting on this poor boy.
For sure. They definitely don't hang out unless Nomura wants him to help. Wants Hiro to help him be a creep to women, which Hiro does not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we also have this cute scene of Gammamon falls off the table because a boat isn't steady, and I say, Gammamon, same hat. And Ryudamon catches him.
Yeah.
With his web, because he's a Gyukimon now.
Yeah, we should describe what a Gyukimon looks like. It's kind of like if someone made a tar out of Dokugumon in Minotaurmon.
I definitely know who those guys are.
If you know who those guys are, you'll be nodding your head right now. Dokugumon is like the funny spider guy that we've seen in a couple of episodes, I think, and Minotaurmon is just kind of like a minotaur guy with a cannon on his arm. So that's just kind of that. It's like, what if you stuck two of them together, recolored the Minotaurmon a bit, added some funny OC accessories. You really just made a guy with this one.
Invent a guy. I love how when I don't know a Digimon, I can sort of assume from the name what it looks like, and then I'll just add a random weapon, and I'll probably be spot on.
So, then Kyoshiro and Jellymon walk in, they see the little Gyukimon, and they freak out a little.
Just a normal amount.
Just a normal
amount. They definitely don't get really mad and start yelling.
No, for sure, because, this is when, then Hiro walks in, and they're like, hey dude, you brought the fucked up little man like you weren't supposed to.
You brought the murder creature to the isolated island.
Yeah, dude.
Are you not self-aware?
You're doing the perfect setup for a horror movie right now. Like, don't you realize this? But then Hiro's like, no, it'll be fine. Ryutamon said he's cool, so we don't have to worry about it, and we do gotta help him. So I think this will be good, actually.
I think then we get to the night where Ryutamon is very casually just slamming his head against a wall or a closet or something, because he has them killing urges.
Yeah, he's just bonking his head in order to keep out the intrusive thoughts.
Another thing health class didn't warn us about. Urge to have sex with people? No, never had that. Urge to murder, though. Yeah, that certainly happened in puberty.
Hormones should be illegal. It's fucked up.
Yes.
Not for trans people, though. Just only trans people get hormones.
Yeah, only trans people can be responsible with hormones.
Take them away from the cis.
He makes a run for it. He removes himself from the situation. A thing that Hiro couldn't do. It does give us the fun little, oh no, where is the poisonous murder creature gone to? And Hiro has to admit that he lost him.
Oops.
Oopsie. Oopsie whoopsie.
Yeah, so they're looking for him. They're off in the woods. Jellymon has already disappeared for the episode. She's already fucked off. So
Kyoshiro's on his own.
So Kyoshiro asks Gamamon to protect him. It's very cute that Kyoshiro is like... is just like, okay, Jellymon's gone, and Gamamon, you're my best friend now. Please don't let me die.
We cannot forget that Kyoshiro babysits Gamamon.
Yeah.
So this is asking the toddler that you're watching, hey, if a murderous Axeman runs in, please protect me.
Yeah. Oh, they're so cute.
They're adorable.
Yeah, and this whole time, Jellymon and Kyoshiro keep referring to the Digimon as Gyukimon, even though, Hiro is still calling him Ryutamon, and, clearly he's referring to himself as Ryutamon, so like, hey, fucking use a guy's preferred name, Kyoshiro. Mm-hmm. Fucking don't be weird.
Yeah, be normal about it.
Yeah.
Then we cut to Nijima, is her name, right? Who is just casually cooking. And she hears a voice say that they won't attack anyone, and she assumes it's Nomura. Which I know is just because she hears a voice, but I'm like, yeah, you hear something weird. You think is Nomura being a creep again?
Yeah. Oh, someone is approaching me and mumbling to themselves sketchily. Must be Nomura.
It's the better option. It's Ryutamon having one of his Yukimon phases. So
he's like, I'm not gonna hurt anyone, and then he just fucking bites Nijima.
It's very funny that he has to, like, hit his victims in the head, and then he can bite. It's like there's a process going on here, and these 2 steps are vital. You could just bite.
Yeah, you gotta do a bonk, then a bite.
A bonk, then a bite, yeah. Oh no, my notes.
Classic bonk chump combo.
Yeah, he's actually a gamer, and he figured out the combo, and he's very proud, and he smashes those buttons so fast.
Yeah. Listen, that's how you get the fucking frame skips in.
He's all about them frame skips. He's got a cheat code to give everyone the same skin as the protagonist. At first, it's like nothing happened. Nijima just wakes up. She's like, "What the hell? Nothing's weird," but she's not feeling very well. Gabumon calls her Nii-san, not Nijima, because Gabumon, as I've noticed, because I did want to try, says extremely short sentences and often says the same sentence. Yeah,
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think you were completely on the money there.
And he usually doesn't say full names either. Like, he always calls Kiyoshiro Kiyo, and yeah, seems like he can't handle a longer name.
Yeah, and his sentences are very isolated. It's like when there's no connection between his sentences, if that makes sense. He says a thing, and there's the end of the sentence, and then he does 3 enters, and then he does his next sentence. They're not connected.
Yeah. A whole doing a paragraph is still a bit beyond him.
Yeah, exactly. Being normal about girls is also something that is beyond, I guess, every boy in this school.
Every boy except Hiro. So Nijima's in her room, and like Nomura and another boy are fighting over, who gets to bring her a tray of food, and the teacher or chaperone who is with them is like, okay, this is getting a little out of hand. Who is the least simpering boy in this class? Oh, Hiro, you should go bring her the food.
He's like, do I have any normal boys?
Yeah. Hiro seems gay. I'll give it to him.
Oh, Hiro does seem a little gay.
This is what we're saying. All Digimon protagonists, honestly.
Yeah, it's Digimon protagonists have to fit into the mold, and Hiro doesn't have the cool goggles on his head, so he needs something else for us to recognize him as.
Yeah. It's goggles and or homosexual with Digimon characters. Usually and.
Yeah. So it's super important that he's very gay, because otherwise we'll get confused.
Yeah, exactly. How else would we know how to point at him and say this is the main boy, this is the boy we like?
Yeah, exactly. Because he's like the self-accepted gay, and then the other ones are like, other main characters are like I'm not gay, but I look at the main character, I'm like, oh, what a man. Oh. I'm thinking about Matt.
I'm thinking about Daisuke.
And we're having a good time. Nijima isn't, because we have the beginning scene where she's screaming and going through a truly horrifying transformation. She does yell, it hurts a lot.
Yeah, it seems bad.
It seems really bad. And he was just looking at it and it's like, please stay in this room.
Yeah. And just the fucking transformation is real gnarly. Like,
so well done.
The fucking expressions on her face and the just like the fucking spooky lighting. It's yeah. Like I said, I think this beats out the Ayataramon episode, which is saying a lot.
It's a proper horror movie scene.
Oh, for sure. What happens next?
Next is Nomura walking through the woods alone, complaining that Hiro got to bring the food to Nijima. So he gets instant karma, gets KO'd, gets bitten. We don't see his transformation, but we assume it hurt.
Yeah, we don't get his transformation because, you know, the show creators know that we shouldn't ever feel any sympathy for this boy. Exactly. We can't show him suffering too much because then we might start to care about him more. And that would just simply be antithetical to everything. Oh, hello.
Hi, Mark.
Sorry about all this.
Oh, no worries. Like, I get it. Like, scheduling be like that sometimes.
I have the worst agenda, so honestly, relatable.
The worst agenda. The gay agenda.
Is that the planner? That's the English.
No, it's okay. It let me say gay agenda, and that's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
So it's good.
So as Gyukimon is biting people, he's also like getting bigger each time. So he was a fucked up little guy before. Now he's kind of a fucked up medium guy, which is kind of worse.
Love his tusks.
He looks fucked up, but it's also good design, actually.
Yeah. Love his design.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with this character design, but like, yeah, overall it's kind of an aesthetic. It's
really like a teenager drawing their first OC and being like, "Oh, I think this is cool, and this is cool, and this is cool," and just keep adding.
Yeah. He has fucking OC energy. It's so true.
Which is, as we all know, the best energy.
OC.
Please talk to me about your OCs.
Yeah.
I would love to talk about my OCs too.
We should fucking make an OC podcast. I fucking listen. Making podcasts is hard, and clearly, like, we're not 100% on our scheduling with this one. But also, like, what if we made a new one?
So true.
I'd love to be on an OC podcast. Do I have any fleshed out OCs? I don't, but I have lots of ideas in my head.
I'm so sad because I knew other people who did, like, there was one that was What's Your Fursona, but that's not happening anymore. And there was one that's like...
Yeah, I listened to that show. Like,
yeah!
Yeah, you can't find it anymore, though.
Oh.
Like, yeah. That was honestly, like, part of what motivated me to draw my first persona. Just, like, people talking about, like, how having one was, like, really helping them through their gender expression. And I was like, oh, wish that were me. I should draw a little mouse.
Yeah. But then there was also one which I'm not sure how far along they got, but I don't think they're doing it anymore because, like, COVID got in the way. But it was called, it was like OC Do Not Steal or something like that. So if we can have one that keeps going, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, scheduling hard. I don't know. That sounds like it would be a really fun time, but also...
Yeah, when else will we have a time that I'm awake and y'all are awake?
Yeah.
Right.
Truly.
We could do this time on set. No, we can't because of tabletop.
No.
Never mind.
Because, yeah.
We could do it after tabletop and make Elvier stay up late.
Well, yeah. Why the fuck are there only 2 days in a weekend? Fucked up whoever designed that.
For
real. I know it was like unions though, and like without weekends we would all be working 24/7. So thank you, unions.
We love unions.
Also, could we get like a couple more though? Is the thing.
Yeah, could they just less hours?
If we have to have work days at all, it should be like 3 or 4, and then you have the other 3 or 4 off. And like, honestly, if it was like alternating weeks, like some weeks you have 4 days on, 3 days off. Some weeks you have 3 days on, 4 days off, or like something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be too much to like, that might fuck up.
No, there's no such thing as too much free time.
No, I mean, like, the flipping back and forth might fuck up their schedules, so it might have to just be like...
You're right, a maximum of 3 work days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And also, it should be really, really easy to get a new job if you want one.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take like... it shouldn't take like endless hours of scrolling through job sites and getting 1 million rejections.
So true.
Oh, they let you know that they reject you these days?
Sometimes.
Not really.
Not really.
They just ghost you.
They just ghost you. It's the worst experience.
They digi-ghost you.
I'm looking for a job right now, if you can't tell. They fucking digi-ghost you. God, what happens in this episode?
They digi-ghost you. I would rather have a Yukimon attack me than have to apply for a new job.
God. Big same.
Same.
I mean, listen, the body horror seems bad, though, but also, like, the job search gives me a lot of anxiety. Thinking about it is
like,
bad.
You gotta weigh it up against each other.
It's just some violent TF. We're fine. It's fine. The body horror, you can get over it eventually.
It's fine.
Make more friends.
I would at least get to meet a cool OC while I'm suffering.
True.
So this advantage column is really adding up. Nomura does also yell that he's in pain though.
Good.
So that seems to be like a permanent thing. Is that I assume all Yukimon have chronic pain, which is what makes them a bit ill-tempered.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then, Hiro gets Kyoshiro and, they go to check on Nijima, except her room is empty when they go in it. Or is it? Is it empty, or does it have a little ceiling weirdo in it?
It's a ceiling weirdo!
Oh, to have a little ceiling weirdo.
It's a ceiling weirdo. Nijima is fucked up now. She got all body horrored. She is like half human, half Yukimon, and just chilling on the ceiling.
To be fair, you go to a horrifying experience and you realize you can walk on walls. What's the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna hang from the ceiling.
You're gonna fucking invert. You gotta.
Wow.
Yeah, like living on the ground wasn't working out for you, so we're going to try that ceiling life now.
Yeah. Listen, like fucking now you have twice as much space in your living space.
Yeah.
Like, God, you have a little walking around room.
Giving a little walk around room.
Yeah, you can put so many trinkets on your floor because you can just walk on the ceiling now.
Now you finally have space for that VR setup. You just have to use a lot of nails to make it work.
I was thinking, now you can finally display all your little figurines.
Yeah.
You don't have to put any in the closet.
So
exactly.
large. Everything's so big.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I'm just skimming through.
So they fucking run out. They shut Nijima in her room. But then who's that coming at them, cornering them in the hallway? It's fucked up Nomura, and he's looking fucked up.
Buff.
Yeah.
But then Jellymon flies out of the floor and kicks his ass.
She trips him.
Yeah.
She just trips him up.
Thank you, Jellymon, for doing feminism to this boy.
Yeah.
Finally.
Nijima had the right idea. She climbs on the ceiling. Nomura remains a creep and tries to go to a girl's room.
Yeah. Fucked up.
It hurts. It hurts. His arms are so muscly.
Yeah, it is. It is a good workout routine.
Skip leg day, though.
Put that in the pro column. I mean, it's free muscles, so are you really going to complain that you didn't get them all over?
Yeah.
I mean...
God. I mean, yes, I am going to complain.
You know, actually, I think I'm okay with where my muscles are at. You know, it would be neat to have, like, some thicker thighs, but I can live with what I got.
I do my switch workouts, 10 minutes. I wanted to say every day, but that'd be the biggest lie I ever told. When I remember that I have the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good. Doesn't need to be any more, I guess.
Yeah.
Because clearly these Yukimon human hybrids are also... They're not very smart. Because there is a scene that made me laugh, which is when Kyosho and Hiro run outside, and one of the Yukimon is just walking against the glass door, trying to get outside like a bug, who doesn't realize that there's an object between him and outside.
Yeah. You know, maybe all body horror is a little bit The Fly.
Also, to be fair, if you were so distracted by pain, you probably don't even care how you're getting outside.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what? Valid.
I love just this, like, room of weird children Gyukimon hybrids just, like, hanging out. And then there's a kid on the floor. It's, like, passed out.
Yeah, it's real rough. All these students keep getting gooped and turned into fucked up body horrors.
I do imagine if it hadn't gotten fixed, this is an isolated island, they'd just live there.
True.
You'd get some sitcom kind of situation.
Oh no.
Fucked up Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, I don't think it would turn into Lord of the Flies or whatever that book is called.
Yeah, that's it.
Simply because I don't think they're smart enough to organize themselves like that at this point.
It wouldn't be like Lord of the Flies, because as far as we know, none of them has Asmar.
I didn't. This is where it becomes apparent that I didn't actually read the book.
Sucks to your Asmar. That's when you make fun of the kid who has asthma.
Oh my god.
Asmar, that's what I listen to before I go to sleep at night.
True. So, you know, they call Bakuman. They're like, okay, we need some help with this one. But their phone signal is kind of breaking up. So Bakuman's like, yeah, I'm not going through that Wi-Fi. I'm not fucking emailing myself through that spotty connection.
I cannot email myself.
So Ruli's like, okay, let's call Airdramon. He'll take us there. So they're kind of fucking cornered. Hiro is regretting his actions for the first time. He's like, I really fucked this one up, didn't I? I really shouldn't have packed the fucked up guy in my gym bag.
No, you shouldn't have.
You really shouldn't have.
I mean, you shouldn't have, but also I don't think there was a correct decisions to be taken here, because, leaving him alone would have been horrifying as well.
Yeah.
Gamamon is solidly on the Yudamon helping side.
Yeah. Hiro's like, shit, legit, what can we do right now? Did I just fuck up permanently? Are we all living like this right now? And Gamamon is like, no, we're gonna save him, obviously. Then we get the Battle Gamamon evolution and the Tesla Jellymon evolution, and they do some fighting. Meanwhile, Bakumon and Angoramon and Ruli are flying on the Airdramon, and Bakumon asks, like, hey, just incidentally, how do you know how to de-evolve after, when you're doing your thing? And Angoramon explains, like, we kind of just, like, feel, you see this light and just sort of know what forms we are meant to return to? And Bakumon says, sounds like Digivice to me.
Digivice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's science because he's a professor, so he gets to do that.
Yeah. Then they get there, Simbara and Goramon helps with the fighting.
They get informed of this Digivice thing, and I think Battle Gamamon's like, I'll just beat his memory of being Yudamon back into him.
Yeah, so we get the Kano-Weissmon evolution, and then Kano-Weissmon headbutts Ryudamon so hard that part of him he essentially whacks the body horror out of him, and then his forehead turns into like the jewel that Ryudamon has. So then Kano-Weissmon headbutts him there again and is like, remember who you were, and then Gamamon goes in the soup.
He does go into the soup.
Do you ever headbutt someone so hard that you mind meld for like a second?
What is this fucking Wow Cool Robot? Damn.
Yeah.
Hitting someone so hard that you feel their fucking emotions as you're killing them? Fucked up.
I can't believe Gamamon's a new type.
Incredible.
Put
Gamamon in the Gundam, honestly.
Wow, cool dragon.
I love the idea that, like, not all Digimon are new types, even though they all have powers. But,
yeah.
Gamamon absolutely is.
Gamamon hates Earth's gravity.
So true.
That's why he has wings.
That's why he has wings that should be too small to carry him. But Gamamon doesn't care.
Yeah. Gamamon's sort of like floating through this mind soup. He sees like a big shadowy, figure of Gyukimon, which he fucking slashes up with his claws, and then he sees Ryudamon in there, and then the two of them de-evolve back to their regular forms, and Ryudamon is finally okay.
He gives Yudamon the softest little head back.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
They're friends.
It's a beautiful scene.
I love seeing Gamamon have friends. It's good. Mm-hmm. It's so cute.
He just starts to cry as well. It's...
Yeah. So then Bakuman unbody horrors all the kids. He deletes the bad data that was making them fucked up, and so they go back to normal. He also edits their memories a little bit so that they're not just living with that trauma of having gone through puberty, and I say, damn, wish that were me.
True.
Oh, so true. Pokemon, I will email you my address, please. Please.
Ryudamon's so cute.
He's a little cutie. He's just like a little lizard with some
Adorable.
samurai armor. He kind of owns.
It's so interesting that the Digivice can, like, do that to other Digimon.
Yeah, like...
It carries some implications.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which ones, but I feel like if they want to, this could be big.
For sure, yeah. Like, we've already kind of seen, like, the functions of the Digivice just, like, not necessarily being limited to partners, you know? Like, I'm thinking specifically of, like... Ruli and Tesla Jellymon temporarily partnering up. Like, it kind of seems like the Digivice can, like, affect anyone who you have, like, an emotional bond with. And, it kind of went through, like, the emotional bond between Gamamon and Ryudamon to apparently, like, do the de-evolution thing. So...
Yeah.
Yeah. I love vaguely defined powers of things. It's more interesting.
Bagumon says something like, this was possible because Ryudamon's soul was still inside of Gyukimon, which is unusual. And I'm like, what makes it unusual? Like, are Digimon, like, changed that much when they fully evolve? I don't, like, fully understand what Bakuman means, I guess.
I interpreted it as when a Digimon evolves, they do completely become that new Digimon with all the characteristics of whatever they turned into.
Yeah. I think maybe also, like, in this specific case, like, since it was, like, evolution via, like, getting poisoned by essentially, like, a little virus guy, like, I'm assuming that, like, instead of, like, a normal evolution, this was, like, just, like, this one was just, like, totally consuming Ryudamon's soul instead of just, like, changing it into a more mature form or however it works. Like, this kind of seems like not a normal way to evolve.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I just didn't know, like, if that comparison meant, like, the other Digimon that do stay their evolution forms, they're just, like, chill and fine. And, like, you can't necessarily, like, go inside someone and be like, wow, you have baby soul.
Yeah, it's not like they've done research, I guess, towards Digimon wanting to de-evolve, since it seems like that's just not a thing.
Yeah.
It seems like it's only something that works with the partner Digimon specifically.
So maybe Pokemon is saying it's rare, as in this is the first time this has ever been done.
True.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot that's still, like, kind of mysterious and opaque about the Digivices, which I think is neat. We don't know how the fuck they work, which is fun.
Yeah.
We're over here asking questions. We're having a conversation.
Hiro starts apologizing to everyone.
He apologizes. He's like, damn, I kind of fucked up this time. Maybe compulsively helping everyone 100% of the time with no consideration to consequences is a bad thing. I'm realizing this for the first time.
And Ruli stops him and is like, no, this couldn't have worked out better.
Yeah.
Which is funny, Ruli, because you weren't there for the whole horrifying part of it. So
yeah.
I guess you could say that, huh?
True.
Yeah. I think it's like a good ending though, because like, you know, Hiro did fuck up and he knows about it, but also like, you know, he did manage to help and make things right. So, you know, I think the moral here is like not to not help people, but just like make the proper considerations when you're doing it, and, you know, don't just put helping people, you know, prioritize that over like everything else, you know.
Yeah. When you're helping someone, make sure you're not accidentally fucking over everyone else.
Exactly.
When you're helping someone, make sure you're not hurting yourself. That is a good lesson for everyone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's interesting that they put it in, because I love seeing a little bit of character development.
Yeah.
And I look forward to the episode where Hiro just looks at someone and says, no.
Yeah. Listen, we before the end of the series, we fucking need the scene where Hiro is just fucking unfriends Nomura. Like, no, I'm actually done with helping you. You kind of actually suck, and we shouldn't hang out anymore.
And then Gullus Gamamon can kick his ass.
Exactly.
Just for funsies.
Like that picture we have in the Discord.
Yeah, I found some incredible fan art of Reddit of fucking Gullus Gamamon just holding a gun to Kotaro's head, execution style. Oh, it warms my heart. I think it's like a reference to like that Shadow the Hedgehog statue that was like at an E3 or something, where Shadow was holding a gun and someone was just like taking a photo, like kneeling down like they were about to be executed. I think that's what that's a reference to.
God.
That's wild.
But yeah, Kotaro deserves it though.
Yeah.
I hope we don't see more of him.
I mean, we probably will, and he'll probably continue to suck.
Yeah.
So Angoramon says, failure and reflection are the beginnings of success. Never forget 9/11, the mistakes you made today. And then we get a cute little scene of Gamamon and Ryutamon sharing some chocolate and being friends. And I say, oh, that's nice.
That's really nice.
It's nice.
It is nice. Twins.
They both like chocolate.
Me too.
It's pretty, yeah. I'll fuck with some chocolate. It's tasty.
I'm Gamamon's friend now, because I like chocolate.
Gamamon would love me. I have amazing chocolate at home.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, so is that about it for this episode?
That's about the episode.
All right. Elvir, where can we find you?
You can find me on the internet, just at Eruviru, see what pops up.
You can find me at Haunting the Morg on Twitter. That's Haunting the MORG. You can also find me on my other podcasts, Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast, and Forward ReZero, a ReZero Watch podcast.
You can find me on Fur Affinity. My username is Space Robot. Get in touch with me about a commission on Discord or spacerobotart@gmail.com. I'm also on a podcast called Gonewell Hunting and an upcoming podcast called We Rate Queerbait. both of which new episodes eventually. We're working on it, albeit very slowly. I know I keep saying this. I would love to see publishing happen.
It's okay, because that's, I mean, the same with Forward ReZero.
Yeah.
And Sonic Shuffle is also on break, so I get it.
Yeah. Like we said, podcasting, sometimes it's hard. Yeah, so you can find this podcast on Twitter at DigiGhostGaze. We've also got a Discord server linked in the show notes. We got discussion about the latest episodes. We got discussion about Digimon Survive. We got discussion about whatever general topics you're feeling if you just want to fucking go there and hang out with some friends. We got Aptly Mondays every Monday, hosted by a friend of the show, Teddy, where we watch the rowdy fucking show Epmon and have a good time with it. And it's been so much fun watching this goofy-ass show with friends. And I'm also doing art streams every Friday. Last time, a bunch of us just hung out and talked about sensory processing disorder and how sometimes eating a food is fucked up.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't there for that conversation, but yeah.
And that was happening while you were drawing my OC.
Exactly, yeah. Come see some fucking OCs. Come get your dudes.
Yeah, and because we don't have an OC podcast, y'all just have to go into our Discord and talk about them there.
Please drop your OCs. We would love to see them. I know I've already made calls to see your personas in the Discord. That's still open. I'm still down to look at a persona any time of the day or week.
What is a persona but a very specific OC?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I did draw my Wonder Home character. I should drop.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, this show is part of the Noisespace.xyz network. You can go to Noisespace.xyz and find all sorts of neat shows, like a few of the ones mentioned previously. Also, what's a show that's going on right now? Diet Coke and Lilith's House of Snacks is introducing some new characters to the roster. They're one of the Beatles is on the podcast now.
What the fuck?
Not
I'm
anyone
behind.
Not anyone in particular, just like a fucking beetle. Also, there's just like a pulsating egg that is throbbing ominously. We're normal. That show has some lore to it. It's a fun time.
I gotta catch up because what the fuck is happening?
We're all asking.
10 podcasts
Also,
in my thing right now, so I should add this one. Just
Zero to Zero is back with Catwoman with Halle Berry. It's a fucking wild ass movie. There's cats that just fart on you to give you powers. Or sorry, burp on you to give you powers. Same thing.
Oh yeah, Prime Cuts just started covering Transformers Animated. Like,
ooh, yeah.
Literally the first episode just like dropped a couple of hours ago. So hell yeah, love to see that.
Hell yeah.
All right, so think that about does it for us. So until next time, all you poltergeist ghouls and non-boonaries,
Digimon is for the days.
Goodbye, darlings.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.